Morning. We got that rain after all. Are you excited?
Heck yeah.
Today's the big day. Today's BJ's truck gets its Hughes service bed on it. Dad is also taking a little road trip today. I'm going after BJ. We're going up to Mount Vernon, Ohio for his Hughes bed. Dad is taking one of the Peterbilts to Sabina, to Agrichem. That's where our spray trailer is getting built. They called us and said, hey, can we use one of your trucks to move the trailer around in and out of the shop? So he's dropping off one of the trucks. It had to make that trip anyways, but you know, give him a camera and he can film his little road trip. So we got one of the Peterbilts detailed over the winter. This one has not been detailed. That's why he's unhooking it. The one that's been detailed is just sitting in the building over here, but it's wet, it's kind of muddy. Don't want to, you know, get it all gross.
Okay, here we are up here at Agchem and broke truck up, get our trailer. So we're gonna put together, here's a box of fittings from Banjo. They're furnishing all the fittings. That's a bunch of them. There's the trailer that all that stuff goes on. This is the tank that we got earlier. Tank goes up front, smaller one, and that's a 3250 and I think a 2500 or so up good front, and all the other stuff in the back or in the middle there. Okay, this is what's going to go on the trailer, quick draw, and there's a hose reel and there's a pump up there too, so a little bit of everything.
Look at that, that's pretty. Let's see what else they got in there. For you weird folk, there's a nice Ford, I guess. Is this one a dually or is this a single wheel?
It's a dually.
Okay, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's going on one of those CD trucks.
Morning. So today, we basically got a rain day shaping up. Today we basically have a rain day shaping up. It's just kind of drizzly. Supposed to be this way for the next, what do they say, like 2 days? But it's also cold, which is not great for the crops. But anyways, today, I'm taking my truck to get some service work done on it and get it realigned. And then, Dad's picking me up and we are going out to the water company. I'll explain later. All right, truck's at the shop getting some work done on it, getting realigned. We had to stop out the water company. You may be wondering, why would you not just put in a well? Well, let me explain. So where we're building the house, there's a landfill that's been closed down for 30 plus years, but it is within, I think here, probably a quarter mile from where our house site is. It's actually the same landfill. It's on the back side of our home property. Basically, none of our wells are drinkable now. Probably could get away with it. You could definitely use it for bathing water, but I'm not going to risk it, so we're running a water line. So there's a county water company. There's lines along most of the roads around here, so I'm running a water line 4,000 feet to the house, and yeah, so we had to go out there and arrange to get done. Weather really ain't cooperating. We were going to start digging some drainage around the house, but as you can see, it's raining again, and it's 40 degrees. It's a cold rain. And don't look like anything's changed. Still as drafty as ever, too. Got a couple leaks. Yep, no real changes since last time I was here. Making some progress, though. All right, back up to the shop project. Man, it is cold and windy. We'll go inside. That didn't help any. Yeah, I need to decide a few things, like I say. That's our front door. That is where it will be. This X bracing will be moved over to there, which is why that window is offset, but basically, the basic layout of this office space is walk in through the front door, and on that side you're going to have two 10-foot offices, and on this side you're going to have a 10-foot by whatever length, that hasn't been a term foot, but 10-foot deep office, and then up here is going to be a bathroom. But we've kind of changed our mind where this is the dividing wall. There's a big wall right here, and on this side is the tool room. The tool room has a big open bay to the main shop. All the tools that we use are going to get rolled into here and then distributed depending on what kind of job you're working on. So one thing we've been thinking about doing, there's going to be a bathroom in the shop, like on this side of that dividing wall with a door going out to the shop. Dad didn't want people going in and out of the clean office to use the bathroom. So there's going to be a door there to the shop for that bathroom. The one thing we thought about doing was, instead of having the other bathroom on the other side of this wall, having the bathrooms in a line right here, both of them being like 5 foot wide, and running them the length of this, that'd be 5 by 20, so 2 5 by 10 bathrooms. I don't know yet, might do that, might not, I don't know. See how that throws some things off. Like, you're gonna have this bathroom that's up against the shop space. There was gonna be a walk-in man door right here to this bathroom, and I assume we're gonna want a walk-in man door to this bathroom. I don't know if we want to do that. I don't know. Still trying to figure that part out. Somewhere in here we're also going to have a hot water heater. The in-floor heat guy is coming out to determine where he thinks the best place for his manifold and all that crap's going to be. He said he basically needs 8 feet of wall space for all that stuff. And then over here somewhere we're going to have a kitchen. So we got to figure out where that's going to be. These are all decisions that got to be made somewhat soon. Yep. Just for reference, that's going to be the top of the floor. So we're about a foot below where the floor will be right now. Maybe not a foot, maybe more like 6 inches, 8 inches. And then I know a lot of people are still wondering, are we going to have a pit? That will be framed in later, but yes, there is going to be a service pit down here on this entrance. We'll just walk down here. This far end of the shop has 2 30-foot hydro doors directly across from each other. So semis will be parked here when we're not using the pit. So there will be a pit kind of offset this way a little bit from the middle. And yeah, that's where the service pit's going to be. Our thought was that being back here in this corner, it eats up the smallest footprint of the shop. At one point it was going to be on the other corner. Well, that's right beside our big door. Even if we get a good grading cover, that's our plan. We're going to use the same grading we drive semis across the loadout to cover this pit when we're not using it. But even then, you still got a pit in the floor. So we wanted it back here in the corner to where if we're not using it, we can park semis over it, it won't matter. Now the only thing that has us somewhat worried is the wash bays on this end. Basically, this whole end can be a wash bay if it needed to be, but the wash bay is going to be on that end. Keep in mind, this part of the shop is 100 foot deep, or 100 foot wide. So the pit, I think, is going to be 30 feet deep, or 30 feet wide. It's probably going to be 10 foot off of that door, I would imagine, at least. So that puts, you know, it kind of close to the middle of the building, like the far end of the pit, but not quite out there. How big of a wash bay you need? I don't know. That's something Dad's worried about. My thought was, as long as we've got a drain and a sump in that pit, we should be fine. This is what made the most sense for us, anyways. And then there's going to be a vent up there in the top of this, kind of because of the wash bay. There's going to be a vent system up there. Still deciding on a fan. I'd like to get a big ass fan or 2 and put in this building, but that's where we're at now. There's also lots of windows. So window there and there, that's the vent frame right there. The hydro doors all have windows in them. The 30 footers I think have 3. The 50 foot on the end, it has 4. They're going to be 4 feet off the ground. Just trying to let in a lot of natural light. Dad hates not being able to see out when someone pulls in. And I don't think we're going to leave all the doors open all the time. Now let's talk about man doors. So over here we have a man door, another one on that end, and there's one there and one there. So basically there's a man door in every corner of this building. As big as the building is, it just seemed like the right idea. I know someone's gonna say this building ain't big enough. We've said it before. If we ever do need to, the building will extend that way. That's kind of the plan. We could basically go 65 or 60 feet, and then we'd be flush with this building, and that would make this almost 100 by 200. I don't think we need that. This old block barn here, this is where a lot of stuff's going to get stored and warehoused, like seed, chemical, that kind of stuff when it's warm enough. So I think with this building, I think we'll be able to keep that one somewhat open. That's the plan. They brought in rolls and rolls of insulation. We are using rolled insulation and not blow-in. No real reason other than price. That's all the water line for the house project. Still have to do that. And there's the rest of the insulation. So there's a lot of insulation going in this building. For where we live at and the temperature and the climate and everything, I think we'll be fine without going with sprayed in insulation. I think that will do us very well. That, we have in-floor heating in this whole building, so it should be a very warm and efficient building. But Dad just got here, so let's go see how wrong we were when I was describing the bathroom situation. A little drafty in here. So question, if we did the bathrooms over here on this side in the tool room, had that 5 foot by 20 for the 2 bathrooms, where's the door for from the office to this bathroom? He's gonna have a door there and here?
Well, this would be the shop bathroom.
How do you get to that one?
Well, we'll just put the door down here. That's the thing I'm trying to figure out. The bathroom there, there'd have to be a door down here.
Well, make that one the full bathroom and only have it 5 feet, and then have the other one 10 feet, like the other bathroom. Have this one come out past your office, and then there'd be a door to the end of it right here is what I'm saying.
Put all that stuff in the shop bathroom.
Make this one where all that stuff is. So we've got about a 4 foot dropout out the front of this building, and we're trying to figure how to slope this, how much more fill we want to haul in. We definitely need a road for that 30 foot door going out towards the gate. All right, we're gonna head back. It's raining again, and it's cold, and it's windy. Hopefully the weather straightens back out and we can get some stuff done. Morning, we're still rained out. We're going to go pick up BJ's truck bed today. But before we go, we've been assembling our skid steer trencher, and we're getting ready to test it out and see if it works. Now, like I said on the video where we took delivery of this thing, this was not a sponsored product. We did pay for it, but the owner of Boehner Boom Trencher said, hey, I realize I might get some business from you guys running this on your YouTube channel. If anyone wants to order one of these, please mention our name. He said he would give us a sales commission. I got a call to order it, so have you seen old Brian's Firm videos? And you want to make sure we get our sales commission. That'd be great. Hey, you stopped. Wheels out there on the front, that's how you set the depth of this thing. You let those on the wheel. They're on the ground, I mean, that's basically how you get this down. We aren't digging a trench for any purpose other than testing this thing at the moment. One of the things we really like about this style trencher is you can drive forward. And we have to trench about almost a mile, so driving forward is going to be a lot nicer than going backwards. Still got some adjusting to do. Those augers are supposed to shovel that stuff out past the skid steer tracks, so we don't quite have all of our adjustments right. Ideally, that thing should be augering the dirt to the end of that auger. Your dirt should be like right here instead of right there. That and our skid steer is a little bit slow. A little bit weak for this, I would say. Whereas if we had a bigger skid steer like that 333 or that JCB or a Kubota, a bigger Kubota, any of the ones we've looked at would run this better, would be my guess. We'll be able to run it with that, we just won't be able to run it very fast. Enough playing with that. I think Brad might do some adjusting on that thing while me and BJ are going after his truck. We are also going to go after our old beds. So we're taking the gooseneck up there and we're dragging home 3 truck beds. Now you may be wondering, why would you keep your old truck bed if you have that one? Well, if I ever sell that truck, I don't want to sell the bed. You can't even see it. Keep it on the road. And we're hitting the gravel. I see the bed, the old bed. Yeah, they got our beds laid out. They're ready to get rid of them things. Why is it sitting there? That's a dually. Yeah. Why is it sitting over there? I don't know. Hey, we had an accident. Ooh, that is sharp. Got the running boards on it now. Oh boy, there's BJ's truck. And he joined the club. You fit in now. Well, we are all loaded up and it is raining. And it is cold. So we're gonna skedaddle. So Dad and BJ have the same style bed, spec'd out just slightly different. You just got a shelf here?
Outlet there. I got a charging bank of them all set there.
Well guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching. At some point, once BJ gets moved into his truck bed with all of his tools and stuff, we'll line up all 3 of the trucks maybe this summer and just do a video of how we have all 3 of our truck beds set up, what we like, dislike, and all that good stuff about them then. But thanks for watching. If you would, do me a favor and thumbs up the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one.